Hello team, how are you all? Bailey, Matt, and Tab. Faja. Um, well, after having a lot of work here with the 3D modeling, I I could resolve the situation with the door. It was not so easy to complete this task. Obviously, we have to make some progress in these days, but I was like I told you the last conversation we had. I wanted to concentrate in this situation to give Diego the majority of information we can. So what I have here, I'm going to display this, is in the left side the prototype that you have there. This is the improved new modeling regenerated from the scanned pad. This is what we did, what I did the other day, and you of course know that. And I wanted to see the measurement that you sorry, you gave me, Matt, about that situation. I didn't understood if you told me that 180 centimeters are your measurement, because here you told me that FIG, I just use myself and 3 other members, so it will be 4 if I am thinking well, but no worry, is not a problem. So here you will have 18 centimeters and 15 centimeters. What you told me is to respect that. If I put like at minimum at least 18 centimeters, it's gonna be well the situation, the entrance in and out to the user. So regarding that, I was seeing this modeling that is your prototype, because we are really sure that you can enter here very well without any problem. But I have to see this, sorry, the amount of lines here, because this is a mesh, not body surface, but the situation that we have there in this picture is the same as here. This is the point, the line or curve, and we will have these marks in this place. So what I did is to put the mechanism below the shelf, like we were talking the other day, and this was made this last day. And in this situation, I wanted to try to rotate the door, because you have the 3D the prototype from the shell and from the door, but you didn't do this exercise because you don't have any mechanism and you only have there the door itself. So if you want to try to if you want to try to rotate this like it is, you're going to realize that obviously is it not possible to have it like that. That's the reason that why we change the mechanism. So if you're seeing like this, I put 75 degrees and the marks are by here, so you are not letting the user enter well. So the possibility to rotate the door itself in the center is it not the best way? The other possibility here it is to put or add an arm like something like this, but of course if you do that you are going to need a hole in the enclosure below in the bottom, and it's the same. But obviously if you change like an arm the direction and the distance, with the door, obviously you are going to have the solution, because the door is going to rotate and you're going to have this hole and the entire hole in the pad. And you can see that the shape is like a play because it's in line with the hole, and here we can think that it's like a continuous of the perimeter. And of course the total height is not much, it's not too much, but of course this is not possible. So the possibility is to start playing to change the mechanism here below. I put it today in different ways, here. I thought in a moment to make bigger the door and to put the mechanism here, to leave alone the hole, and all that entire is gonna be the best situation to put. So what I did is to copy the same and without the hole with the previous door, and I put here 150 and 180, and this is the height and our point that we have here in the video, in the marks. We are going to have it here. This is the point, and these are the marks, this and this. So this is to have a reference to you, for you to understand better this. I put the division, the same division of what you have there, because we are considering that the situation today that is factible to enter, and this is the example that we have. And after doing this, I was thinking the possibility in not changing so much the door. Obviously, if you ask me what is more beautiful between this and this, I don't know really, but this is the solution, and this is not the solution. Maybe we can explore more options, but what I put here is the word forms follow function, and obviously the shape is in line with the pad because it's totally organic. And what I did was to cut here and to cut the other one, because that is going to be easier to finally split all the enclosure and have the different surfaces. So this is I'm going to hide, and this is the result that we are going to have, is to move the door, obviously in the center of the dispositive mechanism, and I gave that 75 degrees. As you can see, is really close to this line. Is something to have in mind, no more than that. Here is not so similar, but the most important is this. Look at this line and this line, 150, 108. Suppose that we are going to have 108, we have some tolerance here or range free. But I prefer to take 150 because I don't know if some man taller than 108 centimeters is going to be difficult. Obviously, this is great because it's the minimum distance that I have to respect that Matt gave me. Is from here to here, it has to be free, all of this. And this is the solution to the door. The changes are not too much, but I have to work a lot here to have this typology. Obviously here the surface is touching the enclosure, but you have to remember that the door at first go outside and then make the pivot. But this will be the possibility because we have the mechanism below the shelf. The door is really similar to what you have there, and another situation is that I cut the shelf, like you can see here. I am going to hide this and put it coated. There you can see the evolution of the shape and different situations. What I did here is to cut the shelf, like I told you, but here this is the next piece that I have to add to the door. This is the door, this is the piece between the mechanism and the door. Obviously I will have to be in line with the dimension that today we don't know. I have to wait for Diego. That information was going to be during these days, but today is in permanent changes, the door. So if he continue with the development and then I change everything, he is going to suffer all that changes. So he is waiting for me. I consider that this is really close to what we are looking for regarding not the shape but the functionality, because we decided to put here below the shelf, and maybe you are going to be it's more clean than the previous models, and I have to advance with some details here, but maybe the door and the shape is really close to what we are looking for. And then if you see like that, you can see that the shape, you can see the cutting of in the shelf, and below that you see the other part that is added to the door. Obviously I have to put, maybe continue with the shell a little here, or maybe not, the typology to fix the mechanism to the shelf. Of course, if you see like that at the first impression, you maybe are going to think that it's in the middle of the chair, but don't worry about that. We are resolving at first this situation. Maybe if I had to go near to the floor, the curve, as I go to that place, obviously if you see in the right, you are going to go near to the center, and this could be a problem with the chair. But if I go, maybe another possibility, not to the floor but to the front, maybe I could put some here and continue with this, but maybe I will wait for your thoughts about this, and mañana I can continue with the development. But in regarding the functionality is not resolved, but is really close to what we need. And this is no more. The door is really important. The mechanism, the weight, and other things. Maybe I did to the door 30 millimeters. Is the same as you have there. And the counterweight is going to be here, I don't know, but maybe 150 millimeters to the right side regarding the center mass. And this is the development for today. I am going to open not the two doors, because this is not a door, it's only to have a symmetrical shape with the door that we have in the left. But you're going to see a quick look. Of course, this is totally flexible, not fixed, and we have to explore, combine. It's a big work. Well, I am going to wait for your thoughts. Another thing that I didn't talk with you the last meeting is that I told to Bailey that if you see the total path here, you have a cut, a split. I was thinking to make something different, maybe to explore, because it's not easy to resolve that situation because of the weight and the area that we have in the bottom. But I want to show you something. I am going to, what is this? Scale. Look at this. Suppose that this is your shape, similar to your shape. Oh. And this is the egg. That was the idea of tab. It seems like nobody thought about this situation. Like, okay, we have to put the egg on the floor and we cut from here to here. Don't you think that could it be a good idea to have the total shape, of course, in the middle and in the interior of the pad? We will have to have a straight floor, but maybe in somehow we can respect all the shape, and when the users go to see the pad, they are going to see something like that, like a pure form, not cutting. And maybe we can put or add something in the middle, really hide, to not seen at the that is not visible to the sight of the people. But think about that and let me know your thoughts if you understand the idea that I wanted to show you. We continue tomorrow. Thank you very much.